Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of the artwork for Aniara here. I'm working on an update to this picture, which we're going to put in a thing here. Oh, right, I don't have a right click on a PC. I wanted to try and do like a new shape for the ship, so it looks like it's floating above the launch platform, but that's going to be a really time-consuming one, so I'll save that for last. Ultimately, I think the composition works even without that update, so I'm not going to do it right now. We're at the point in the project where, like with any piece of art, you could work on it forever, but you gotta set a deadline, and my deadline is 2 days from now. So, and that's not even just for the pictures, it's also for the text. So some stuff's gonna have to get cut if we want to get it out on time. I'm changing all the lights in the picture. I don't think they look as good as they should. Leave the ones on the ship, they're fine. Base this plus this. All right. We want the front base to stick out more than the back ones, but I think it also is missing a layer of lighting, which I don't know if I turned it off or if I just never had one. It needs more of the green that hits every other structure. So let's add that. Obviously here we're going for iconography of the Titanic, which I keep forgetting I don't have a control click. God, I gotta figure that out. Yeah, so it sort of evokes like or clearly evokes a nautical ship, despite being a spaceship, but I don't really think I mind that. Okay, base is this. I don't know if I want to, I probably want to do these on separate things. Yeah, the way I had done the lighting was a little bit too focused on what the lighting really looks like on a spaceship launch platform and not enough in keeping with the sort of like graphic design of this art style. Okay, good. We just got to get some of these pictures out the door. Let me, I'm gonna pull up the reference sheet. There's 11 illustrations, you know, for the chapters. And what do we got here? Number 8, 2, 10, 6, 3, 1, and 7 are done. 9, 5, 4, and 1, 11 need to be finished. So we're going to fix only the lighting on this one and move on. And then we'll come back to it if we have time. I also wanted to fix this guy's hat. This guy. Now above all these, instead of doing, last time I tried to do a sort of two-piece lighting scheme, this time we're just going to do a very simple idea. And let's see if we can do it. And I kind of don't like working on the PC with this thing because it's very hard to use the right click function on a level 1 Apple mouse, or Apple Pencil rather. Get this out of here. Oh my god. I can't click the top buttons when I'm How does this not show up? It's got opacity. Oh, my pencil is not working. Wonder why that is. Gotta unplug the thing, plug the pencil back in. Oh, my pencil is out of batteries. Okay then, I guess that answers that. There's not much I can do on this picture without an Apple Pencil, then I'm not going to even try to do this with the mouse. The nice thing about this pencil is that it charges so fast. So I can at least use it for a little bit now. Now that looks pretty good. Pretty much want to make one light that looks good and then make it a million times and see if it looks good when we do that. Okay. This time we're going to use more of like a sort of repeating pattern rather than just like last time I was doing it more realistically where they don't actually go like this. They're just kind of scattered all around at need. But we're going to try it like this. Why can't I copy this? What the hell? Why can't I? There we go. Something's going on with this upper bridge thing too. Turned off one too many layers maybe. Or turned on. What the hell is that? There we go. I don't know what that is. Maybe I just never... Oh, no, this does have the texture on it. I guess I just have to change the color. It's really annoying to work on these things when you're like at this stage because all the layers just get so disorganized and it ends up being really hard to find anything. Okay, sort of looks fine, I guess. Let's take this, see how it looks then. Grab this. Come on. I don't know if this is just a really big document or what. It's starting to lag. Come on. Can I even save it? All right, I guess we got to restart Photoshop. At some point we'll play Elden Ring again. But I'm putting that off until we finish this project. Otherwise, I'll never get it done. Man, this really must be a big document. It's always the same with a big project like this where it's like even though it's a passion project, it's like you just like at the end you just want to get it out the door. You know, it's like all the romance of like working on a passion project or whatever is replaced by the just practical necessity of like I just got to get this done. And that's the way it should be, really, because when you're only working on it like as like, oh, ha ha ha, it's like something I want to do or whatever, you never end up actually finishing it. Make another group. Why is there a hole in this? Don't understand that. Do I even like this better if we make it like thumbnail sized? I guess. Let's take a look at the previous version. See how it's like very muddy. This definitely reads better as lights. Okay, let's keep going with it. And again, this is just one of those situations where it's like we're going for a graphic style, so it's better to do it in a way that is not realistic but is graphic, that fits with the art style, than to just do it realistically because that's what it looks like in real life. Because in real life it looks a little closer to what I did the first time, but obviously realism is not necessary. Okay, let's copy one of these and one of these. I don't know where it's going to be from, but we'll just figure it out. We're going to take these, put them in a group. Okay, so this is, all of this is main lights. This is going to be crane lights. We just want to center this in there. I personally kind of think it looks cool that it's just like a ship, a nautical ship in space. Like the idea that, pre-space flight, when this book was written, that their conception of a spaceship would just be a ship. Like it is in many of the 1950s, movies and things before that. I like the idea of these lights being on top of the crane like this. That's good. Yeah, and so we can then sort of dim them however we want. One, two, three, four. Can we do this to it? Yep. Wow, it's pretty useful. Yeah, I was going for this new shape where it was like it was gonna be like it gets thinner at the bottom, but it doesn't even really read as anything interesting anymore. I think it's stronger to just have it be a whatever this is. A boat in space, cruise liner in space. Okay, crane lights. We're gonna up the opacity a little bit. Not for what we want it to be in the actual piece, but rather for what the relative brightness is going to be compared to the rest of the lights, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't yet, but it will. This is an example of a thing too that I guess it's better to do with the mouse. Yeah, my Apple Pencil's dying anyway, so it's a good chance to charge it. Okay. I gotta turn off this stupid snapping thing. How do I do that again? Nope, it's still there. Oh, snap to grid guides. But if I turn off snap, it should turn all of that off. Yeah. Rulers, show, not show. Extras. How do I turn that off? I don't know. Okay, so we want that stuff. We want one to be here, probably. All right, let me pull up my reference sheet. Let's think about this. If a person is using these structures, you'd probably want a light that's like above them where they're walking. You'd probably want one here. I don't know that you'd really want one here. Let's take this. It's gonna be jet bridge lights. Make that smaller. The ship is far enough away that I don't really think we need to. Well, I don't know, because technically this part is closer than this part. All right, we'll change the lights on the ship too. Now we're going to take this whole group and lower the opacity a little bit because we want it to be read as being farther away than this front section. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to make another group. This is elevator lights. This is going to be base lights. So let's just take any of these. It's 100%. Good. Let's come up with some lights for this thing. We should also probably make them a little bigger because it's closer, I guess. That's going to mess up the texture. It's not enough of a size change to really mess things up. Because one of the concerns with this is that I don't want we're using like textured looks with this stuff, and the problem is that it can then make it so that the texture, if you imagine, you could scale an item to make it bigger or smaller, but then the texture with which it has been depicted is also scaling. So I'm not smart enough to use any of the, like, you know, layer styles or whatever masks that apply a texture to a thing. So I'm just making it with a brush. And if I do that, a lot of times will have to redo the texture so it correctly matches the rest of the size. It's the same as in movies when they do visual effects, like to make Captain America look skinny in the first movie. They filmed a body double, and they would have to change basically match the film grain that exists for the smaller body double versus the bigger, you know, head or whatever, and match the film grain so that they both look correct on screen before you even think about actually making him look any bigger or smaller. Same logic. I think I want to lower all these lights, so let's do this for the base lights, this for the elevator lights. Now it reads a lot more as being farther away. Okay. I assume these are unequivalent spots because the cable attaches to the same general area. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to, actually, we don't want to copy this because it doesn't, no, it would be more complicated to do that. So we're just going to make another group. Right structure lights. I'm going to grab one of these, put it in there. Good. We're going to match what we did with the elevator. I'm just calling it the elevator. I don't really know what the function of it is in my, you know, universe, but it doesn't really matter. It's a structure that does something related to spaceships, and all that matters is that it reads correctly as that. See, that doesn't really work. We do want one more light though, be here. Oh wait, how did this end up there again? And maybe let's put one on top of this thing. Who knows why? We'll do that on a separate thing. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna duplicate it. Good. All right, this is looking a lot better. Again, the old version was very muddled looking. I think having the point in the center of the light too is a much stronger read as what we're trying to do. So where did this go that we just copied? Okay, this needs to be here. Okay, and then let's put this as this is where we're going to do any of the other things that have lights on them. So we can assume that it would be any structure that a person would either walk on or need to see in the distance or whatever. Now elevators at 65, we're going to set that to 65. Let me check my Apple Pencil status here. Wow, it's halfway charged already. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, great. I think we should lose a little bit of the, where do we have the green layer? Let's try losing a little bit of the green. At the bottom here. Because I do want it to read that, like, there's nothing underneath the ship. To be honest, it still doesn't really read. The idea is that the ship is on top of a platform, spaceship, and this lower section is where the rocket fuel, you know, hits the ground or whatever. When it takes off. But if it's not the end of the world if it doesn't come through. Platform. This is the green for that. This should be above this. Oh, that's why that's happening. We should add this shape to this shape. And then hit this. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, it's because it only works for one of these. So we want this also. Then add, nope, other way. Okay. So now this green is hitting the both areas. We gotta pull this green again. No. I just want a little bit more green there. Because it's hitting these people who are near the green area. Okay. I think that is pretty good. Added the little birds flying. We wanted to do the ship lights. Redo those, which shouldn't be very time consuming. Why does that look like that? Are the lights in here? Ah, okay. Where did I put the lights, first of all, for this ship? Are they above everything? Not that. Base lights, birds. Birds are always good for scale. No. Where did I put this? It can't be below this level. Oh, is it this? Nope, that's not that. Not that. Not that or that. Could it be below this? No. It can't be this low. Where is it? This is why I should keep my layers more organized. So if I took all this, put it in a thing called ship, turn that off, the ship goes, and so do the lights. So it's somewhere in here. It's not there. It's not there. Here's what could be happening. It could be in more than one layer, I guess. Like, is that? That is what's happening. It's in 2 layers for some reason. Why did I do that? Man, this is a mess, this document. Okay, that's some of the lights. Oh, I know why I did it. Okay. I was trying to keep with the, I know why I did it. Man, what a mess. What is this? Why do I have this on? I think that's a mistake, actually. I think this was a duped layer that I was using as a mask. I'm gonna delete this. Yeah, because this is just a completely merged layer. Okay, figured it out. Good. Hopefully I didn't turn anything off incorrectly by accident. Now, we don't need this to be within the ship's layer, so we're going to change that. Base lights. Doesn't matter which one. We're just going to ship lights. Okay, we're going to take this, put it in here. And essentially we want it to seem like there are people in the ship, or like, you know, they're getting to their rooms or whatever. They're like, is activity occurring? And this isn't going to look correct yet. Okay. So number one, we're going to lower everything. Now if I turn that off, okay. So we're doing it right, but we don't want it to be quite so randomly distributed. It's causing the same issue that we had before. Why does this not look right? No, that's right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep. These are technically on a different plane than these, so we should group them differently. These are going to be less opaque to indicate that they are farther away. Do we like that? What does it look like on our old one? The ship was very dimly lit on the old one. Let's see what happens if we do that. Because it doesn't really need a lot of help to look correct. This kind of already looks pretty good. Now we're going to make a new group again, which will be for these upper floors. I can't even see this thing. Oh, this is 3 things. Why does it not have any opacity settings? Oh, that's because this is the master opacity. Okay, that's good. Man, I can't even see what I'm doing. Now, okay, these two should be lower. Let's say 42, 52. We want to create a sense of things being closer or farther away. So this is 64. We'll make this 80, 76. Good. And now we can lower everything again. I might want that to be a little bit lighter, but we'll see. That looks pretty good. So if we turn off those lights, it definitely changes the vibrancy of the ship. And speaking of vibrancy, one thing I wanted to do to the whole picture, just make a thing above this. We're going to change the hue saturation, which I really never do. Oh wait, not the hue saturation. Not the levels. We want to change the brightness contrast and just kind of raise it because it really was living in the lower portions of contrast ratio. I don't know how you see that. Is it a levels you'd see that with? Curves. Yeah, so like this is fine. There's the brightness level is very low. So I mean, I guess I could just use the levels to do that. But it's fine. Good. Let's call this done for now. Because we're going to do that last step last if we have time. Good. Next up is, okay, I had a couple of fixes I wanted to make to this one. Good. I just want to cheat the ship to be a little bit longer, I guess. Which I don't know if that's going to screw up the texture of this. It probably will. I don't think it looks bad enough to What else we got? Do we have a... No, we don't have a size ref. We don't have a thing. Okay, that's fine. Oh, so this would actually be the opposite of this selection. This would be the opposite of this. Yeah. And then I would want to do the same here. We're going to do that separately, actually. So, number one, something like that. I can't change this. Uh-oh. That's not what I want. Oh, that's what I want. Ah, it's only one layer, so it doesn't... Okay, can I change this selection? Come on, Windows. It's killing me that I just worked on a Mac and now I'm working on Windows and it's really screwing me up with all the shortcuts. We don't care about that yet. And now we go like this and do what? This and no, I don't really like this, so we're gonna go back and I actually want to go back to before we stretch the ship because I forgot to also stretch the things surrounding the ship. Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, that's because we stretched even more. Okay, now we do it. Okay, we can delete or get rid of this. We can, what else? What color was this? This isn't gonna work. We have to pull this from here and assume that it was gonna be the same color. Let's make a new group. I'd actually like to make it even brighter than that. Maybe a yellow, more yellow. No, it should be the same color. Okay. Actually, we want the thinnest objects to be the ones that are most sort of engulfed in reflected, or whatever you call it, refracted light, surrounded by a glow. Because obviously that is going to be where the glow hits the hardest. For example, this being very thick probably shouldn't have as much. Okay. Okay, that versus, let's take a look at our old version. It's important to look at it at a small size. The new one definitely communicates the glow better, and I like the changed scale. I still want to work on it a little bit though. Why is this all blurry all of a sudden? Oh, okay. There's a loading issue. want to try something as well. Maybe instead of doing what we were trying to do before. Oops. Why is this? Do the opposite. I was trying to do this with without the reflection color before, and it was kind of a stupid idea because obviously the light would be the thing that's playing off of it. So we can just suggest a couple of the architectural things. Oh, also, I'm being stupid because the bottom one of these thrusters would be hit by more sunlight, obviously, than the top one, which is farther away from the sun. I like that. I don't hate it. I don't want to ruin, like, the point of this picture is to be very stark, and I don't want to ruin the effect that we were getting before. This looks horrible. This bottom thruster. I don't like almost any of these back things having light on them, even though logically they still would. I really just don't think it looks good. I think this works. There's a little bit of light hitting the back thrusters, a little bit on this, and this is kind of, this line of where the deck of the ship is kind of outlined a little bit. I think this works. want to lose a tiny bit of the sunlight on the nose cone. I don't want it to look like the ship is in the sun or like hitting the sun, but definitely that it's close enough that they could. Yeah, I think that's good. I originally had stars in this picture, and I don't think I'm going to add any, but let's just see what it would look like. I think this is happening because it's not in front. Yeah. First of all, let's give them a more interesting color. I think it just takes away from the composition. Make some smaller or bigger ones, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A Christmas tree. And now we're going to take this group, put a mask on it, and change the visibility of the stars. Because near an extremely bright object, there really wouldn't be any visibility on stars, which is really the main reason why I don't think it works next to the sun at all. Like, for example, if you're in a big city, you can't see the stars because there's so much other light. But maybe if they're really faint, it would work. It doesn't really add anything to the picture for me. Let's give another shot here. Just add a little bit more back in. Whoa. I don't think it really gives it any extra, doesn't add to the story of the picture. I think I'm gonna leave it as we have it. We definitely gained a lot by adding the longer ship though. Okay, that's good. Oops, what did I just do? All right, now I want to mess with this one. Does this have both of them in it? No. Where's the other? Oh, here we go. Why are the shapes turned on? I don't know what I was thinking with this. Okay, one thing that I want to do is change this into a gradient overlay. But first I have to pick the color. Oh, geez, it's gonna take... Okay, the best way to do this would be... to do this, and then this. We're gonna take the color for this snow on the tree, pick this for the bottom, and the problem with the top part of the snow is it doesn't really read. Okay. And but it looks like it is a gradient already. Maybe the issue is with the gradient of background. Oh, the dark scene is kind of cool actually. What if we change this from this to... Oh, that's pretty cool. Gotta love a happy accident. Okay, now we got like an 80s type of... Honestly, I like this a lot. You gotta love when the stuff just starts going crazy. These are the type of things you want to do, is just like mess with your picture. Obviously, the original concept for these pictures is like Art Deco, but it doesn't mean that you have to stick to everything being like 100% exactly what Art Deco would do. This particular kind of gradient wouldn't necessarily occur in an Art Deco image. Not, or they do often use gradients, but not of this color scheme necessarily. But maybe let's see if we could come up with one that does evoke that. Like a blue to yellow is pretty common. I kind of like that. Or like a yellow to orange. Okay, let's actually save versions before we start screwing everything up. So What is this? Going into a layer? Into a group? Let's try this yellow. Yeah, like that. Okay. I want to try the orange, yellow to orange idea. Cool. It's sort of changing time of day and changing all sorts of stuff. Whoa. I don't think that works, but it might work if we inverted it. I think it has to be dark at the bottom, otherwise you don't get any you don't get anything from the figures. Too dirty looking, but I'll keep that for now. Let's try this being orange. Is it already? Kind of. Oh, right. I keep confusing myself with this. Okay, we're gonna make this like a golden yellow. And this will be, we might have to change the lady's dress color if I do this, but or kimono color. Okay. What do we got? That. That one still looks probably the coolest to me. Done. Okay. Couple of changes I want to make. I think this reads now again with those. I wanted to change the branches a little bit. Let's see if we can get a gradient on this snow though. Yeah, like this, and then maybe this has like a bluish tint. What does this look like without the overlay? The thing about this is that it's very hard to read the upper snow. The question being, do you need to read it, or is it fine for it to just fade into the background? Another good question is, hold on. Oh wait, this doesn't work. We would have to do this. Why is this marked as background? If we did this, could work. Is this losing the branches? Yeah. All right. I think overall this thing also wants to be a little bit less visible. So maybe we can soften up what we just did with the branches now that we did that. I wonder if I can change the opacity of... No, they're sharing the same opacity. Okay, so before we had that... Uh-oh. How do I just turn off the mask? Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay, good. We're making progress. Wanted to do a couple more things with this character. I don't like this texture that much. It kind of like is too visible. Yeah, like that. It's better. So we want 1, 2, oh, that doesn't matter. 1, 2, yeah. Nope. Yep. Okay, so we have to make a die cut, I guess. Why did I do it like this? Okay, I know how we can do this. So we're gonna make that, and then we're gonna take this, good, and we're gonna cut into this mask like that. Now if we make something, it will not hit her shoulder. Now we play the game. Okay. This would want to be a screen, I think. What's the opposite of blue? It's like orange. This gotta be bigger than that. It's so crazy trying to pick a brush size that's like between 500 and 3000. It's really hard to choose in Photoshop. Okay, that doesn't really make sense, but what if we change this to like a black? That kind of starts to work. Okay. What if we made it a dark something? Ooh. That's pretty cool. I do also just like the dark blue. I think that adds something. All right, a couple more things I want to fix. Number one, here. This is kind of fine. The other character's hair is a little messed up. So this, let's fix really quick. Let's make it with a mask, I don't know. We need this with 100%. Oh wait, not the eraser though, if we're doing a mask. Maybe not quite 100%. It's hard to get anything out of it if it's 100. Her hair looks too rigid. Why is this happening? This is because the head layer is probably... No, that's a different layer. First of all, I don't want that to be saved on this layer. Oh, I'm stupid because I... Okay. I can just draw it back in. I don't need to redraw it with another color. Oh, and now that I'm thinking about it, I know the reason is because the mask that we just added. I don't know why I didn't think of that. All right, so that's a little better with that. For this thing, let me pull up my woodblock carving references.
Okay. I'm gonna pick another color. And these need to be in a group which has the mask of this. And, well, yeah, just this. Let's pick another color. Something like that. That's just like a pattern on her fan thing. And we'll give it also, grab the shape of this, give it some lines. Yeah. Put this over the other thing, lower the opacity. It still doesn't really read, I don't think, as a fan, but it doesn't really matter what it is. It just matters that it's a prop that the character's holding. It doesn't really make any difference what it is. Maybe I could have made it one of those sort of like folding fans rather than the ones that look like ping pong paddles, but it doesn't matter. We'll move on. This is that. It's good. No, no, no. Okay, this we need to change. So I thought the neck of this character looks a little too light compared to their head. It doesn't read. It gets lost. It's better. wanted to try some freakier looks for them too. Let's see if I still like the look that I had when they looked like sort of Tim Burton characters. They were like really freaky looking at one point. Or like Yonan Vasquez designs. They had like a really sketchy look with like freaky looking eyes. Oh, this is on the same layer. This is bleeding through in the hair section a little bit, but we'll fix that. It also can't be this particular color because it looks like it's part of the background. Are we buying anything by doing that though? All right, let's just follow it through. We're gonna take the hair contour, which is where? I hate how the... Okay, hold on. We gotta shrink the selection. And then add it. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, yeah, and then shrink it, and then add it. Now it works. It still looks like it's missing some. Yeah, but like the question is like, what am I getting by doing this? Really nothing. But it is an interesting idea. So hold on. Take this, cut that out of there. If we added the same to this, that's not right. At a certain zoom level, it starts to look like there is a seam between the hair and the head, but there is not. I don't know. Let's keep that for a minute. Even if it's a small amount like that, that's kind of cool. What if we made it bright red? That's kind of cool. Why does this have 2 layers? Oh. Yeah, I actually really do like that. Let's do it for all the skin then. It also, oh God, my headphones have this stupid little thing that weighs them down, and if it goes under the desk, it starts to drag my head down. Okay, let's take the fan, which is here. Yep. We're gonna put a shadow layer using the shape of the fan, which is this plus, not that. Where's the shape of the fan? It's not, oh, you know what? The shape of the fan's not in this. Okay, well, I don't care. We're just gonna take this, switch that. Let's use another bold shadow color. Now we gotta go into the shapes layers if I still have them. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do have it for the fan. Well, we can still do it for this. It looks like it needs to be a different color too. And we'll just paint in the rest of the thing. Which one adds it? Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay. We're also going to paint out the hair. Good. Very little contrast in that bottom part of the fan. Why? It is because,
I don't know. In black and white, this won't even read, I don't think. That's fine. What's going on with this? What's the image mode here? Okay.
So now we want to take her thing and do another trick to it like with the other character. This didn't do anything. Ah, we need to do it with this plus this. Does that work? It does not work. This plus this. How does this not work? One. Oh yeah, just this is fine. And you add that. Ah, I know why. It's not because it wasn't the right mask, it's because it wasn't above. Yeah. Okay. See, it goes straight from like 400 to 3000. Very annoying the way that this brush thing works. Once again, I think we need to make the selection like
2 things bigger. Let's feather it, I guess. I don't know.
Oh wait, we do need to do this, and then we need to reselect this.
Alright. Expand by 3, feather by 3.
Now, if we do this, it should work without having to use different layers for the front and the back. We'll see about that. What are we using for the other lady? I think it was screen. Multiply, no. I think it was screen.
Like, that's pretty cool.
I would like for it to be more pronounced.
Okay. That definitely changes the dynamism of the picture.
I think we're doing a good job here. Now, there are a couple things that I want to change. I don't think this section at the top needs to be changed. So, first of all, let's match the lady in the back with the skin tones on the front. Where does that live? going to take this color. I think that is already this. Let's just make sure. Actually, yeah, let's do that first. I have a couple of things I want to do. I'm going to do this, oops. This. We're going to cut out the hair, but contract it by 3. And I guess feather it as well. And then we will do this. And then too big. Man, it's so annoying the way that scales. I bet there's a way to change that. There's always a way to change everything in these apps, but I never feel like I use them enough to figure it out. And then if I was smart, I really would just do it. All right. Next is, where's the neck? Okay. Good. This no longer feels like it should be 2 different layers. Actually, they should. Hold on. That was on the right track, but what we want is not that. What we want is this. Okay, so number one, you leave that one. And you change this one. Nope, that's wrong. Change this one. Oh, come on. Okay, you change this one. To be the same color. And this should go between these. Okay. I should just be using color overlays for this. It's easier than trying to have to pull the same color again. Okay. Yeah, that's what we want. We want it to hit the shoulder so that you could see the contour of the shoulder. Good. It's also now kind of all right, hold on. This and this should have this color because, yep, that's right. Yeah. Because the head is actually connecting to the neck here. It's not like the other one where there's no point where they connect. At least, you know, visibly speaking. Uh-huh, okay. Kind of like that, except like that. Yeah, okay. What's going on? Ah, right. We need the color overlay of this. Now it doesn't matter what color I use. Nope, that's wrong. What happened? We want this hairstyle. And this layer. There you go. See, it causes like this banding when it's too small of a brush, but then it's like impossible to select a larger brush without making it so huge that it doesn't do what we want. Okay. I've been struggling with trying to get this to, it's like if you look at it a certain way, it looks like she's standing. How would I do that? I think this is part of the problem. It doesn't hit the spot where the thing folds. I don't know what I was thinking with that. What's going on here? Okay. All right. I don't know how to get this effect any better than I'm getting it. It's like one time I'll look at it and I'll see it the correct way, and then I'll look at it again and I'll see it the wrong way. I think I just gotta move on. The point is, it's supposed to be that her shoulder she's looking like this. Her body is like this, looking that way, and her face is looking this way. Like that. And her arm is reaching over. So she's looking over her shoulder. But sometimes when I look at it, it looks like she's looking like this. So I don't know. I think we got it. I think we got it. All right, last thing. I want to fix their hair, which is here. We're just going to do a similar thing to the hair, I guess. Oh wait, not to this layer. what's going on with this? Why is it like completely opaque? Pretty sure this would be behind, right? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, it looks better.
I also kind of want to do a thing with all the hair and mask out a little bit. It's kind of counteracting what I just did, but
I almost like don't want the cut line to be so apparent.
how do I... Something like that, but not so drastic.
Now that looks like she has white roots of her hair.
Can I do this and it'll partially... I think that works. Yeah, I think that
does what I'm trying to do.
now the hair, the color layer style should still exist, so I think we'll be good if we just do this, add the color overlay, yep, still there. Good. And then I think that's what it would be like. Okay, good. And then we're going to do the same thing with the hair. All the hair we're going to take and do this. it's like a little too, I don't know. That's why it looks a little strange. Okay. I think we're good with this. Oh, I wanted to add the red to her hand here. First try, nice. This is what we want. We can actually, we don't need to copy the thing. We could just copy the layer style. Paste that. Now, did I not even use a mask on this? We could even define the fingers if we wanted. I don't think I do, but let's just see. Well, first of all, I get rid of a little bit of this. Yeah, I don't think that really works with what we're trying to do. Okay, and also we want this to be the same color as this, because they're in the same plane. Good. All right. Yeah, it's like every time I look at it, it looks like a different thing. I gotta just stop thinking about that. Okay, but as for this, we'll look at this one, the original version. Yeah, I think the new one definitely has better definition in the characters. This gets kind of lost. The head of this character gets lost. This one is a lot better. I like the fan. I like the fading of the leaves. I think the pink is cool at the top. Done. Mark it. Okay. Let's take another look at our Isabel picture.
made a couple more changes. The hat was like, really was bothering me, the hat, because it was a different color than anything else in the frame. I think this added, I changed it so that the hat is the same color as the shirt. I don't know why this glitch happens where you can see through the hat until you zoom in, but I think this is what it's going to look like. So we'll keep it like this. Yeah, I think this works better. And I also changed the definition of the face a little bit. It's a better read than the old one, which was this. The hat was like a distracting element because it didn't look like it was part of the same concept design. Yeah, the face here was like a little muddy, so this, we cleared it up a little bit. I think that works. Mark it. Okay, the last one, unless we're doing fixes on the boarding picture again, the last one to do is this, for which I have a lot of things I want to fix. Maybe that's why I saved it for last. All right. And I think we'll do that one on the next one, ladies and gents. So we're getting close. After this, I still have to do some of the formatting of the actual book. The book's formatted. I have to format some of the outro sections, intro sections, you know, the way the pictures fit into the book, stuff like that. But then it'll be able to be published. So we're getting pretty close to the finish line here. Audiobook is like 95% done. We just need to do some of the word replacements, but there's not many of those. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's been a long project, so I'm excited to see it coming to fruition. Thanks for joining, ladies and gents. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.